Hi, this is Michael from Slide Heroes. In this video, we explore Boston Consulting Group's Data Privacy by the Numbers presentation. In our series of presentation teardown videos, we're looking at business presentations and identifying what they do well as finding areas where there may be room for improvement. We're pretty big fans of Boston Consulting Group's presentation, but there are some areas where we have some suggestions. BCG's Data Privacy by the Numbers presentation is available on BCG's website. It's available on SlideShare. You can also flip through it at your leisure using the slider that is in the post below this video. The presentation itself is designed to provide a perspective on personal data privacy. They're trying to provoke and answer an important question. How private do people consider their personal data? And crucially, what does that mean for business? Their answer to that question, which is in this presentation, is hopefully going to provoke some customers to call up BCG and ask them to do some work for them. Data Privacy by the Numbers. It's a snappy title. I really like it. It's a little clever. Might be more effective if the title more directly spoke to the question the presentation is meant to answer. As an audience, whether you're being presented a presentation verbally or you're reading a presentation, the questions that are going through your mind right at the beginning are, why should I bother listening? Why should I bother reading this? What is this about? And so a title that directly promises to answer an important question that is in the mind of the audience can be a great way of alleviating these concerns. So in this case, an alternative that might have worked could have been something like data privacy, the markets, industries, and data types that matter most. This next slide, kind of the at-a-glance slide, I like. These types of summary slides can be very, very effective. When done well, a summary signposts the key points to come through the rest of the presentation. When done poorly, it regurgitates the presentation. We'll get to that in a minute. I really like the at-a-glance language. You'll see the summary or executive summary kind of label all the time, and it's become so common that it's in some ways lost its meaning. I also like the fact that these guys are footnoting things. It's pretty common in consulting presentations. I think footnotes are a good thing. Citing stats, citing numbers, saying where you got data is a good thing. Not doing it, at best it's lazy, at worst could be dishonest. It gives me, the audience, the person reading the presentation, an enhanced sense of comfort and confidence in what you're saying if you're confident enough to communicate where you've gotten your data from. So some suggestions. Firstly, it's kind of hard to read. You've got white space on the page, use it. More white space between these paragraphs is going to improve readability, scannability. There's a lot of words on this slide. I'm not one to advocate, 15 words max per slide or anything like that. But squeezing all the text in the top half of the slide, it really doesn't help things. So a simple fix in terms of increasing the space between the paragraphs would frankly help a lot. Small thing, this draft for discussion only label that they've got at the bottom, kind of baloney. It's on their website. Clearly not draft. One comment about these types of labels that sometimes get repeated on every slide, try and avoid them. I recommend keeping this stuff to a bare minimum. Creates a lot of visual noise that distracts from the main messages that you're trying to communicate on the slide. It enhances the audience's ability to comprehend what you're trying to communicate if you're focused on a singular message. And cluttering up the slide with a variety of extraneous, and by the ways, distracts from that. The next slide, caution, data on board, is really our introduction. It's where the context is established. This is a slide that presents data that really reaffirms what most in the audience will assume is true, will assume they already know and understand going into the presentation. And that, namely, is that the privacy of personal data is important to people. And it's an important foundation setting slide. It lays the groundwork for establishing the complication in our story that will give rise to the question that we're going to answer at the end, or that BCG will. I like BCG's headline style. It kind of has two lines to it, the format. A pithy top line label and then a more descriptive second line. I kind of like it. But the critical piece of this format is really that second line. The second line clearly lays out the takeaway of the slide, and this is the key learning that we can take away from how BCG does this and a lot of the top consultancies. And that is that in your headline, you tell the audience what the conclusion is of the data or the information that you have on the slide. When I read that headline, it should tell me what the takeaway of the slide is. I like the use of the survey question as the chart headline. Inevitably, when you're presenting survey data, somebody in the audience is going to ask, what was exactly the question? It's just easier to put the question as the headline. It's smart. Some suggestions on this slide. BCG's not really utilized any storytelling techniques in this presentation. It's not a very common technique in consulting. And frankly, it works better when you're giving a presentation orally. But for this topic, I think there may have been a real opportunity to wrap a story around the issue of personal data privacy. The issue of personal data privacy has an emotive quality to it that could have really been brought to life with some story. The strength of this slide is that it attacks and rebuts a hypothesis that many in the audience may be starting to formulate in their minds at this point in the story. And that is that, personal data privacy is important to people, fine, but older people sure don't have the same attitudes around personal data privacy as Generation Y, for example. The strength of this slide is that it addresses that, immediately gets it out of the way, to then allow BCG to tee up the point that they really want to focus on. Some subtle things that BCG have done to try and visually reinforce this point that they're trying to make, which is that millennials and non-millennials report similar high levels of caution. And that is that they're kind of extending the length of these bar charts as high as they can go to try and minimize the delta, the visual difference between the green and blue bars. What's interesting is look at the UK. 16% difference seems material to me, but it's a good story. This slide is where the complication in the story is introduced. So far, the data that has been shared has really reinforced what we already either know or assume. First, everyone agrees privacy of personal information is important. All countries, all ages. But there are big differences in perceived privacy across various data types, and that's what this slide is demonstrating. I like the choice of the heat map to display this data. Using red to represent the more private data types, I think it's a subtle, smart choice. This is another similar slide, equally strong. I think this part of the presentation is really enabled by the strength of the survey that they've conducted and probably the strength of their ingoing hypotheses. They designed a survey thinking that this is what they would uncover, and they've got some pretty good data that supports a very interesting perspective. Hey, great looking slide. This is really beautiful. And I'm partial to bubble charts. I love it. Unfortunately, I think the authors of the presentation like bubble charts as well, because really this is not the best chart type to communicate the main message of the slide, which is in the headline: developed country consumers tend to worry more about privacy than developing country consumers. Well, it takes quite a bit of effort to extract that conclusion from this chart. Unfortunately, this chart visually causes your eye to draw a line, which I've outlined here with the red arrow, from the bottom left to the top right. I mean, that visually is what is being communicated. And unfortunately, that point, which is that credit card data people are concerned about more than name or interests, is the point of the previous slides. The point of this slide is the difference, and a better chart to communicate that message would have been simply a bar chart showing the percent difference between developed and developing countries. So this slide makes an important connection between concerns about privacy of personal data and the custodial responsibility of business in various industries. This slide highlights that consumers are worried about what businesses are doing with their data in specific key industries. So, if you as the reader are in one of those industries, you better be concerned about this. It's a good slide, and it makes an important transition for the story. These spiral charts, they're pretty to look at, but I'm not really a fan. It's extremely difficult to see in the data the point that is being made in the headline. And that's really a cardinal sin when presenting data. We're trying to communicate that consumers worry the most about online and financial companies. But each industry is colored a different color depending on the market. It's just not very helpful. A better approach would have been to highlight the online, telecom, and financial industries and highlight them in a bright color while highlighting the rest of the industries in a more neutral color. So this slide is clever. It's a very nice segue towards the what do we do about this next steps part of the presentation that is so critical. After all, it's advice on that question that is what BCG is selling. So to recap, the story so far is: 1, personal data is important. Okay, we knew that already, but thanks. 2, all ages and developed markets care about that. That's interesting. 3, what people consider private varies considerably by data type. Oh, that's very interesting. Big implications. And 4, for private data, we need to provide simple tools. And that is insight I can use, but what about the less private data? Aha! Glad you asked. Here's your answer. Create the trust advantage. How do I do that? Well, that's simple. Call BCG. This final slide in the BCG deck is pretty common kind of approach. It's an implied call us kind of message, I think. Pretty indirect. Maybe a web address, a 1-800 number, or a call us, a partner's name would be better. Some form of call to action. In the real world, you need a set of next steps, even if you're providing them as a voiceover, which I'm sure is what would happen in a presentation with BCG and a prospective client. So that's our review of BCG's Data Privacy by the Numbers. Hope you enjoyed it.